Welcome back to Chocketable Media. I want to play an advocate for Kemi Badenoch, going by her recent statement. I don't want this country to turn into Nigeria or India or wherever. Asterisk reflects her perspective on governance, economic stability, and societal values, drawing from her personal experiences and political ideology. She positions the UK as distinct from these nations in several key areas. Below is a synthesis of her arguments and context. 1. Governance and corruption. Badenoch contrasts the UK's institutional integrity with Nigeria's perceived systemic corruption. She cites her upbringing in Nigeria, where she witnessed politicians using public money as their private piggy banks and police corruption, such as officers stealing her brother's belongings. Her critique extends to Nigeria's terrible governments that destroy lives, emphasizing the need for the UK to avoid such governance failures through transparency and accountability. While she acknowledges India's successes, her focus on Nigeria stems from her lived experiences and its symbolic role in her political narrative. 2. Economic stability and inflation. Badenoch highlights Nigeria's economic instability, particularly hyperinflation, which eroded her family's wealth despite their hard work. She warns against policies that could lead the UK into similar economic decline, stressing the importance of fiscal responsibility and reforms to preserve Britain's prosperity. Her remarks frame Nigeria as a cautionary tale of economic mismanagement, contrasting it with the UK's relatively stable economy. 3. Security and rule of law. She contrasts the UK's freedom and safety with her childhood in Lagos, where she described pervasive fear, burglaries, and lawlessness. While critics argue her portrayal of 1980s/90s Lagos is exaggerated, for example, Victoria Island's affluent neighborhoods were relatively safe. She uses these anecdotes to advocate for maintaining the UK's rule of law and security. Her focus on Nigeria's insecurity aligns with her conservative emphasis on law and order. 4. Political ideology and anti-socialism. Badenoch links Nigeria's struggles to socialism. Though this characterization is debated, Nigeria's economy is mixed, not socialist. She argues that socialist policies lead to poverty and broken dreams, urging the UK to avoid state overreach and prioritize free market principles. This aligns with her Conservative Party agenda, positioning the UK as a bastion of capitalism versus perceived failures in Nigeria. 5. Identity and diaspora dynamics. Badenoch's remarks also reflect her political strategy to distance herself from Nigeria. Critics argue she uses Nigeria's negative image to appeal to UK voters, particularly white conservatives, by emphasizing her British identity over her Nigerian heritage. This contrasts with figures like Rishi Sunak, who celebrated his Indian roots without denigrating India. Her stance underscores a tension between diaspora expectations and her need to assimilate politically in the UK. 6. Diplomatic and cultural implications. Nigerian leaders, including Vice President Kashim Shettima, have criticized her remarks as divisive and harmful to Nigeria's global image. However, some Nigerians agree with her critiques, acknowledging corruption but urging constructive dialogue. Badenoch's insistence that she is not the PR for Nigeria reinforces her prioritization of UK interests over diplomatic niceties. Badenoch's perspective hinges on framing Nigeria and, by extension, India, as examples of governance failures the UK must avoid. Her arguments blend personal narrative, political ideology, and strategic positioning to advocate for conservative policies. While her criticisms resonate with some as honest reflections, Others view them as politically expedient or reductive. The debate underscores broader tensions between diaspora identity, national pride, and global perceptions of governance.
If you have 100,000 doctors leave and you get 1,000 unskilled migrants, your net migration numbers, they're fantastic, but your country is not better. We are not looking at the real thing. Who is coming into our country? Why do they want to be here? I remember coming back to the UK age 16 and thinking this is an amazing place, that why would anyone not want to be here? I know the pull that the UK has. But we have to make sure that everybody who is here buys into what the UK is about, and they're not trying to turn it into wherever it is they came from.
Agreed.
I don't want this country to turn into Nigeria or India or wherever. I want it to be the place that we all love. And that's something that we don't talk about. Once upon a time, immigration happened in small numbers, slowly, so that people were absorbed and assimilated into society. And it wasn't because they took a citizenship test or government regulations. Society did the integrating. Now we're all told, you can't say this, you can't say that. The moral and cultural relativism, everything is fine. Nothing is, nothing should be criticized. And then we're seeing the most extreme things happening. Manchester bombing, hearing that the security guard didn't want to ask a question because he thought it might be racist. We're just seeing this all over the place. This is not how you run an immigration or an integration policy. And that's where we need to be. Arguing about, well, should it be 80,000 or 70,000? It should be whatever we can sustain for the long term. It's different. If people are having children in this country, we will not need people. If people aren't having children, then we have a problem. So birth rate comes into it. But what I'm not going to be arguing is, should we have 75,000 or 76,000?
But the question isn't that.
It's a fake debate.
It's not a fake debate. It's not a fake debate, because the question is, should we have 1.2 million people?
No, 1.2 million is way too high. No.
Let's work our way down. Yes. Should it be 800,000? Should it be 700?
So
where is that line?
At some point, we won't know. What I'm saying is that we know we don't have enough houses for people to put in. We know we don't have enough GPs. We need to look at and have a proper plan for what is a sustainable rate of growth for the UK. That work has not been done. And what I'm not going to do, as I said earlier, is just make an announcement and go, well, I think it's about this much. It's just not serious. It's way too high.
Let's come back.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.